I was uploading every single day on this channel up until about 6 or 7 days ago, when I decided to take a break from uploading daily so I could focus my time onto working on something a little bit more interesting to show you. So stick around to see everything I've been working on, perhaps even get some inspiration and, get ready to go start working on your own things, and we'll also discuss if the way that I went about creating these things is actually the best way of going about it. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? So about 7 days ago, I was working on a test project, and I wanted to figure out more of game development and how to get things working well and how to do cool things and make an actual game that stands by itself, that isn't super complicated without any way of explaining what's happening in the game, just like a concise working game is what I wanted to create. And, I was working on that a little bit, and that is when I went and clicked on the asset store. You see, I clicked on the asset store to just take a look at something. I don't remember exactly what. I think I wanted to get like a test shader material or like a test like prototype material so I could make my prototype scenes look better and it's like easier to look at. So I went to the asset store, and boom, there it was right at the very top, like massive discounts on courses is what it was advertising. Okay, you could buy all these courses for like 90% off or something crazy like that. So I'm like, that's interesting. Let me click on that, see what that's about. And that's where I got to where I am now. Here we have it. I bought 7 courses. One about beginners getting into 3D game development with Unity, one with Unity shader graph system, one with making games with through online, like making multiplayer games, one with a turn-based strategy game, a mobile course here, RPG Core Combat Creator, and then we also have a math one, math for video games, and we also have the Unity Game Dev Value Bundle, which came with all 6 of these. And you see, for basically, I believe the price of all 6 of these here that came in the bundle that's right here, it cost $60 plus tax. And it's not counting tax. So $60 plus, they really got me with a little order bump at the bottom of the screen where it's like, hey, for a one-time offer here, if you want to, you can buy this for only this price. And that's when I also bought the Math for Video Games course. I bought all these courses because I wanted to take, game development to the next level and just jump into it more and experience and learn what I could. And it has been an amazing decision so far, and I'm very happy that I've spent the money to do this. And I'm only 61% through the first course, which I would say is already worth more than $75 easily, because it does a really good job of walking you through the process of how to create a game and, learning how to code and just better understanding it, doing better practices, like that kind of stuff. And the way they teach throughout the course is really great, because it's not just, a tutorial. It's, here's basically a bit of a tutorial, and then here's a challenge to based off what you've been learning up until that point in that lesson or the lesson before, whatever it may be, try out this challenge. And that is really the most crucial part for actually learning, that you just don't see in any YouTube tutorials or in many things on YouTube. It's on YouTube, it's here's just what we're working on. Go follow along exactly what I'm doing. I'll kind of explain it along the way, but you probably won't actually understand it unless you really maybe probably do extra research outside of it. But this is really nice because it puts everything in the one spot, and it gets you to actually learn what you're doing, not just, I want to figure out how to make a gun shoot, so I just copy follow along with the tutorial on YouTube. No, this actually would be so this is how you get step by step, this is how you would get a gun to shoot. Currently there's none of that yet. I don't know if that's going to be in the course, but this is just an example. But it's I want to get a gun to shoot. Here's the first part of breaking apart into many different tasks. This is what you do to get a gun to actually work. So first we need to do this. So it's you start going and you they explain what they're doing, and then you follow along kind of thing, kind of like a tutorial. And then they throw in a challenge in there to see if you're actually learning it. And that's where it actually makes you think and makes you actually learn, which is awesome. And yeah, I think this is probably the best way to really get into game development and genuinely like learn as fast as you can, as much as you can. Because I've been learning a ton. I feel like when I'm getting the challenges, I'm getting the solutions. Like I think of the solutions sometimes even before like the lesson continues. Like the person would be going through on something like, oh, okay, then you just type in this here, and then boom, that would work. And then like a few seconds later, the person gets to that part and he's like, okay, then you type in this. It's like I'm predicting what's going to happen. And even if I do a challenge and I don't get it exactly right, I end up learning a new way of going about programming something or creating something, whatever it may be specifically with the game development. And honestly, this course specifically is amazing. I haven't gotten to the other ones, but just like the first like 61% of this course is awesome. And I really wanted to show off the projects that I've been working on to show you just what you can make with this stuff. You know, like what you can make through the course, like the specific projects it's teaching you, and kind of to show off like what I've made and maybe inspire you a little bit. I do want to make it very clear though, I got these all at a massive sale. Like I'm pretty sure the normal base price of this bundle is like $1,000 or something crazy like that. But the sale was like $60 for everything. And then it's like basically each individual course is like $100 to $300 each, depending on like the size of it. Like I think this complete C# Unity game developer 3D online course, very long name. I'm pretty sure that course is like $300 something normally, which that's, I mean, I'm not really one to like judge prices or anything. That just seems a bit high to me, but it seems like this stuff goes on sale often, I think. But I mean, hey, I don't know if the deal is still live. Go check that out. Just go to gamedev.tv. That's the website here. A lot of really cool courses on here. Like if I click on all courses, kind of getting off track like with the topic of the video, but there's just so many courses. They can get a complete Godot bundle, Unreal, Unreal, and then another one that I've really been looking at is Beginner Blendist artist bundle. And it's like, okay, I've been wanting to learn more about 3D modeling, and I think that could be a really good spot to really just like get all the like overall knowledge I need, and then eventually I can go back to tutorials for the more specific knowledge. But these courses seem to be really, really good for actually creating, like getting you understanding and actually have learned the basics and general overview knowledge of the entire, whatever the course is about. For example, like C# programming, I'm learning a way broader I have a way broader understanding of it now that I didn't have before this course. I know how to better program things. I know how to just do things better, think better. I am better.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
But it's really cool, and I highly recommend it if you can get it for a good price. Like a lot of these courses are like super on sale right now, so I'd highly recommend it if you're watching this when it's on sale. If not, and it's like full price, I'd say maybe wait off, because I'm pretty sure these have been on sale before based off what I've seen. I'm not 100% sure. I think so though. But yeah, now let's dive into like some of the projects that I've been able to make through following this course. So let's dive into it. Here we have the first main project that you would be working on in like that main course I was showing you, and this is called Project Boost. And basically through this through the course, it talks about basically like the basics, like getting like the player set up, how it all works. And you can kind of see like where my head is here. There's a little right here, there's a little green platform. Basically the entire objective of this entire game is to get from the blue launch pad to the green landing pad right there. Yeah, so basically really simple. You have a little bit of sound effects here. You fly up, you fly around, you don't want to hit any of the obstacles, and then once you get to the green, you win. Awesome. And then you can go to the next one, and it's like, oh, okay, this is a little bit more difficult. And I will say, I just really enjoy the movement that I made for this. That was a part of the course. It's just such a fun type of movement here. Boom, made that. I have a few levels here. I could just fly around, and it's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. You explode and die, and it's like, that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can complete this one. And oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I have cheats on, so we're just going to go to the next level. So you can see all the different levels here. I'll just like go through it real quick. This one has a moving platform up and down, really cool. This one has multiple platforms moving up and down, and I decided why not add like an extra cool like story slash gameplay element, and there's like this like crystal, kind of looks like an arrow, but you can see like on the screen right here where my face is at, there's a little crystal by the landing pad, and if you get that, it takes you to the next like area, not just the next level. And this is like the purple area, more platforms moving in weird directions, and then I believe the last level here is like a tight like squeeze through area. But yeah, that's Project Boost, and it's just really cool. A lot of cool things learning about with this. Very basic, I will say, compared to everything I will be showing you in this video. It's the first thing, pretty basic stuff, but the next thing is a bit more complicated and really cool. Also, I do want to mention, if you want to play any of these for yourself, you can access them in my Discord server. I'll be 100% honest, I'm not really on the Discord server that much. It's not very active, at least not right now, but I think I want to really start like adding more things, like more like updates to games and like showing what I'm working on, that kind of stuff, to really just see if you're interested in that. And I think just I'll put like the files in Discord, or figure out some way to to add it in Discord so you can download it through there if you're interested in playing any of these games. The only one that's not in there, or that won't be in there, is the last one, but we'll get to that. I'll upload that one once I finish it. Next up here, we have Galactic Conquest, or I think it's called in the course Argon Assault, I think is what it's called. I called it Galactic Conquest because it sounded cool. It's not important. All right, this is a rail shooter game. Basically, think of like arcades where you go into like the big like booth looking games, and you like have little turrets and you can shoot around, and it takes you on the predestined path. That's what this is. I created this entire world here from just a terrain tool, got the assets and stuff from online and in the course, and yeah, this is what I have. Let's just go through it a little bit here. We got some music, we have different sound effects. You're flying around. You hear that? That was Admiral Slackbart. I might be covering him a little bit much, but boom, 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 shoot all of the ships. You're flying around. It's actually really cool. A lot of fun. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So just flying around. I have bouncy bullets, don't question it. Boom. Taking them out, and then, oh no, there's more up here. I'll try to stay out of the way for Admiral Slackbar, because he... Yeah, you can kind of see his face there. I was blocking him, but he just says little voice lines, and whoops, I died. I am not going to go through this entire thing just because it is a 3-minute like full-on thing here that I'm not going to go through. If you want to go and experience it for yourself, the download for it will be in my Discord server, like I said before, along with like updates as I continue to make new cool things and that type of thing. Yeah, this is Galactic Conquest. It was really fun making this, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. You can see like it is a whole thing here. Like, we have a whole timeline with different waves of enemies and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, like this one compared to the last one is a lot more just like, okay, I took a lot of creative liberties with this. It wasn't just following the tutorial for what it was. It was, okay, make your own terrain. Okay, make whatever player ship, like make the player ship whatever you want out of like the asset pack with like 10, 15 player ships or different ships. So it's like, okay, I chose this one, and then like, a lot more customization, making your own path to fly through. It's like all this stuff I learned through the course, which I just absolutely loved. This one also took me the most time, but man, it was worth it, guys, because like, look at this. Like, it's just so cool. We had like this really cool skybox. Like, we had this really cool like purplish like metallic rocky world with gold painted on like the sides and stuff. And it's like, I was like, that'd be a really cool look for a game. So that's what we have, and you can see all these different ships and stuff, and it's like, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I'm just proud of how it came out. And yeah, like I said, if you wanted to check this out, download will be in the Discord server. And last but not least, we have the Realm Rush project. This one I'm currently working on, so it's not yet complete, and I mean, it's still like a functioning like prototype so far, and basically it's just a tower defense game, which is really cool. And yeah, so if I press unpause here, and we get into the game, you can see we have like the enemies, they spawn in and they start following the path. And then if I press C here, you can see we have a coordinate grid system which everything takes place on. And if I click on one of the squares that isn't grayed out, because you can see like the whole path here with the enemies is grayed out, but if I click, I don't know, let's say 1 2, boom, it creates a ballista and it starts shooting at the nearest enemy, and then you can just spam in a whole bunch of these all over the place. And you can also see as soon as you place it, it grays it out so you can't place multiple in the same spots. And then once you do all of that, boom, the ones that are in range will shoot, and the ones that aren't will just look at it until the enemies get into range. This is it for this game so far. There's really not that much to it yet, basically just setting up the foundations of it. This is a lot of fun as well. Learning a ton with this, and overall it's just like these courses have been really, like these sections of this one course have been really helpful. Like I've been learning like a ton, and I'm thinking that this, like if you're someone who's just like, you know, like, hey, you know, it'd be fun, game development. Like if you're someone who's like that, who just got into game development or wanting to get into it and just doesn't know the best place to start, I would say if you're able to get these courses for like, you know, $60 for 6 courses, which is like, I mean, what would you rather have, like one new video game, or would you have enough learning material to really like get a good foundational knowledge of what you're wanting to create? I think that's a no-brainer personally. And then of course I did add in the extra math for games course, because I've always really liked math, but my issue with math is that it's mainly like super useless for the most part. Like once it gets to the more complicated, like potentially fun stuff, and it's just like, okay, I don't really like math, is like kind of pointless, but I kind of enjoy doing it. That's why I like doing programming too, because it really gets you to think. And so I'm like, hey, what if I can actually do something that I enjoy, which is the math, but then convert that into code, which is another thing I really enjoy, and you know, that way the math just isn't pointless, you know? So that's why I got that one. It was like $11 more, making the total after tax with like $75. But man, well worth it. Highly recommended if you're wanting to get into this. But yeah, that's really gonna be about it for this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Hopefully you got some good knowledge on maybe something you want to potentially do moving forward, or you know, just enjoyed the video. If so, you know, feel free to leave a like, it helps a lot, and subscribe for more future videos. I'm gonna be uploading at least once a week, that's the plan, and you know, showing off more game development type of stuff and that type of thing, to really just focus mainly on game development. That's what I'm wanting to focus on right now. I'm gonna be like basically knocking out all these courses as much as I can, and really just learn as much as I can and improve my skills with this, and just continue. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.